You're now watching the Mystical Green Beanie. Green Beanie.
Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? I am the Mystical Green Beanie, and welcome to my trailer breakdown of the Avengers Infinity War trailer number 2. Man, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Let's do this. Alright. So, the first thing we see is this lovely rotating shot. Let me play it for you real quick. I cannot get enough of shots like that. Shots like that are just... That's magic to me. They had one of those in Black Panther. I thought that was fantastic. Just in movies in general, I love seeing this shot. So, I'm already, just from the get-go, sold. For superficial reasons. But yeah, I think that's Thanos' ship in the background, like right here. So that's really cool.
Entire time I knew him, he only ever had one goal.
Okay, you got Rhodey. He's up and walking again. I'm pretty sure we all knew he would, because he got those bionic legs. We got ScarJo, and we got Bruce Banner. Reunited, and it feels so good. So that's cool. Nothing so far to make me jump for joy. But we'll get to those shots soon, and I'm probably gonna jump for joy. So, yeah.
To wipe out half the universe.
Okay, cool. We got the Sanctum Sanctorum, where we're seeing Thanos' ship enter through the window seal of the Vishanti. So that's cool. It's a great shot. I'm not sure if Doctor Strange is Sorcerer Supreme or not in the MCU, because I know he wasn't at the end of the Doctor Strange movie. But this film takes place, I think, probably a year after Doctor Strange the movie, because I know for a fact in an interview with Scarlett Johansson, she said that Infinity War takes place 2 or 3 years after Civil War, and Doctor Strange took place a year after Civil War because it takes place in real time. So I think that's how that goes down. I'm not sure. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Unless I'm not. Let's move on.
If he gets all the Infinity Stones, he can do it with the snap of his fingers.
And that is a great callback to the Infinity Gauntlet comic, in which he does exactly that. And side tangent, if you have never read the Infinity Gauntlet book, I highly recommend you do so. Not just as a comic book fan, but like as a fan of literature. I think Infinity Gauntlet is a fantastic piece of literature, and you should definitely pick it up. It's worth a read. A great story, great art. It is probably one of the greatest comics ever written, probably one of the greatest comics ever drawn, and even if you're a tangential nerd, like you like the movies and you collect comics here and there, definitely pick up Infinity Gauntlet. But yeah, that's just me hyping up comics now, so let's get back to this trailer.
Just like that.
Tell me his name again.
And that's some great facial acting by Robert Downey Jr. I give him a lot of crap for just playing Robert Downey Jr., but I noticed this when watching Iron Man 3 again. He is really good at displaying fear, and he makes it believable, and it's just, come on, man, this looks really cool. Like, they're really hyping up the fact that, like, Thanos is a major threat, and he is scary.
Thanos.
And I love this Thanos design. I know people are dogging on it, but I think it looks cool. I'm probably in the minority there, like I always am, but I don't know, this Thanos design looks really cool, and I love his helmet. We'll see a better shot of that later on in the trailer. And I love this. This is very, very Ultimate Spider-Man, very Brian Michael Bendis. Again, I know I dog on Bendis a lot too, but I really love Ultimate Spider-Man, if you guys couldn't tell from the review series that I did of that series review series of that series. That was a dumb sentence structure, but yeah, if you want to check that out, you can check it out on the channel. But I love Ultimate Spider-Man, and this right here, and hold on a second, let me get to the better shot. That is just straight out of Ultimate Spider-Man, the comics and the video game, where Peter Parker's, you know, doing high school stuff, and then he sees a major threat in Manhattan, so he has to just jump out of a school bus or ditch class and just... This is Ultimate Spider-Man, dude. He's just wearing the mask. He's not even wearing the whole costume. That's... I don't know, that's really cool, and that really appeals to me, personally, I feel, as a fan of that material.
We got one advantage. He's coming to us.
Okay, now, two things with this shot. First, that this armor reminds me a lot of Blue Beetle from DC, more so than it does Iron Man. Although, to be fair, I'm not all that well versed in Iron Man outside of like maybe 4 or 5 stories. Well, no, I'm pretty well versed in Matt Fraction's Iron Man, but this feels more Blue Beetle-y than Iron Man-y to me. You know, just in like the fact that these thrusters just kind of came out of the boots out of nowhere. Like, one second. Like, see that? Yeah, that feels very Blue Beetle-ish to me. But if Iron Man's costume does that now, or I guess his armor does that now, let me know. I haven't been following Iron Man in a long time. I do know that he had a symbiote armor in Superior Iron Man, but again, that was based off the symbiote, and this looks like nanotech. But oh well. I'm sure I'm probably wrong on something there. Also, I love this shot because it is a nod to the first Avengers film. Yep, that right there. Because if you guys remember, we see Tony doing that exact same thing when he's flying towards the black hole with all of the Leviathan and the Chitauri coming through into downtown Manhattan. So that was a really cool callback. And this trailer's full of those callbacks. So I'll make sure I try to point them out.
We have a thing.
And as a fanboy, I personally don't like this, but I understand, like, for the narrative and for this franchise, you need to do this, but I do not like the Eye of Agamotto being an Infinity Stone. But again, franchising, I gotta give them some give there. So give them some give. I'm just full of those weird sentence structures today, but yeah, man. Benedict Cumberbatch looking great as Doctor Strange. I wish he kept the gloves that he had in Thor Ragnarok, but I'm sure the Russos were like, the gloves look goofy, so get rid of them. But yeah, this Benedict Cumberbatch, he just looks like Doctor Strange to me. I love it. I love it so much. And as we saw in the first trailer, the Hulk crashes through the Sanctum Sanctorum, just like Silver Surfer in Infinity Gauntlet, which again, if you haven't read Infinity Gauntlet, go read Infinity Gauntlet. The book's amazing. But yeah, that's really cool.
We have what Thanos wants, so that's what we use.
And we got another breathtaking shot of Wakanda. I love the fact that there's a giant panther god statue that is probably made out of trillions of gajillions of billions of dollars worth of vibranium, and it's just sitting there. I think that's the Great Mound. No, it's not the Great Mound. The Great Mound looks different in the Black Panther movie. But yeah, that's a great shot of Wakanda. The Russos have a real good command of the shot, as I'm going to call it. They really know how to capture a shot, and these guys are just great. And I probably should have mentioned that too with Spider-Man swinging, but just him swinging under the Queensboro Bridge, in my opinion, looked way better than any shot of Peter Parker swinging in Homecoming. So I just think these guys are ideal for doing anything Marvel related, in my opinion, at least. Got the Dora Milaje guarding their king, Black Panther. We got ScarJo in her best Mockingbird costume. We've got Nomad over here, looking dope. But seriously, Scarlett Johansson, she just looks like a Mockingbird at this point. She does. You can't tell me otherwise. I mean, you can, but I'll still shoot you down. But yeah, no. And I just love this. I love Captain America with a scruffy beard. Looks cool. I like Captain America with a beard. Here's Shuri, aka my waifu. Alright, so moving on. There's nothing else to add there. And we got the Starjammers. That's what I call them. I know they're the Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of, but like... I'll make a video on this one day, but the Guardians of the Galaxy in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, to me at least, aren't the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're the Starjammers, but that's a... Yeah, again, that's another video in and of itself. But I do love the interaction between the Guardians and the Avengers, as we'll see right here.
Let's talk about this plan of yours. I think it's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good. Wow.
That's great. Exactly the type of interaction I would expect from Star-Lord and Tony Stark in this movie, and it's great. I love it. And let me just show you something real quick. I pointed this out on Twitter, but alright, see, look at this costume. In fact, actually no, I'll do that in the end because we get a better look at it in the teaser, or not the teaser, the stinger of the trailer. But yeah, I'm going to talk about this Tom Holland Spider-Man costume in the end, but I got something there for you.
And that way it might be really good. Wow.
Oh my god, they bumped up the date. I mean, I know they established that previously, like a few days ago, but oh my god, they bumped up the date. This comes out in like a few weeks. I'm so excited. And that is again, the Russos with their command of the shots. This is the beautiful, shot of. This looks like Wakanda. Actually, this definitely is Wakanda. Look at the trees. That's an African background. Yeah, look at all these Wakandan like ships just going towards whatever the hell this is back there with War Machine and I almost called him Hawkman. No, War Machine and Falcon. So that's really cool. Okay, so I took a brief pause because the sirens got really loud and you could barely hear what I was saying. So I think I was talking about the Hulkbuster armor. No, I didn't. I don't think I talked about it yet. Okay, so the Hulkbuster armor looks great. Unfortunately, the Lego toys kind of spoiled something there, but I'm not going to spoil it for you guys if you haven't heard about it yet. But Hulkbuster looks great in this movie, and I think you guys are in for a great surprise when you see who's in it. And that's a great shot. Again, an homage to the first Thor movie, I believe, where we see Thor's cape billowing in the wind. That's just a regal shot. I love it. Again, Russos understand this material, and I love it. And they're just pulling shit from the comics and putting it on the screen. I like it. Also, I like how they kept Thor's eye missing from Thor Ragnarok. Spoilers, but I'm pretty sure everyone knew that already, so whatever. Also, okay, money shot. I love that, where it's Thor holding up what I believe is going to be his Ultimate Universe hammer. So that's really cool. And if you have seen some of the promotional material for this movie, you do know that Thor ditches the cape and he just straight up looks like he does at the end of Ultimates 2, where he has the shaved head and the suit without the cape. For me, that is my personal favorite Thor attire, the Ultimate Universe Thor. That's my favorite design of him. But again, I'm a huge Ultimate Universe fan, so that's just my bias there. See, look, Thanos looks amazing there. Why is everyone talking about how bad he looks? He looks great. And that's him meeting Gamora, most likely. That's a beautiful shot. You know, it's just this little kid touching her kidnapping father's finger, because Thanos has some giant fingers. That's a really cute shot. I like that a lot.
Still exist.
Okay, so here we have the Black Order and Loki, and what I think this is a scene that takes place immediately after the end of Thor Ragnarok, because of course one of the post-credit scenes for that movie was the vessel that all the Asgardians were in, coming to, well, I guess not coming to, like, it just runs into Thanos' ship, and I'm pretty sure, like, Thanos and the Black Order just murder all of the Asgardians, which kind of makes the Ragnarok a superfluous film in that regard. But that's my theory. I'm probably wrong. I highly doubt it, but that's my theory. I'm sticking with it. This all just looks so cool, man. 10 years in the making. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. Oh, and clearly this is Wakanda, so yeah. And that is a really creepy shot. Looks like something out of Hellraiser. This just looks really cool. And that's Ebony Maw, one of the Black Order, for Thanos. That's really cool. The Hulkbuster getting trampled by a bunch of alien goons.
I hope they remind me.
And I love this. And again, I'm going to go back to hype it up Infinity Gauntlet, the book, but I think this scene right here is going to be an homage to the scene in Infinity Gauntlet where Thanos has just wiped the floor with the entire Marvel Universe. And it's just Captain America walking up to Thanos, knows he's going to get his ass beat, but he walks up to him anyways because Mama didn't raise no bitch. So, this looks great, and I can't get enough of Chris Evans as Captain America. He is the definitive Captain America, in my opinion. He's fantastic, and I'm just really excited for this movie, man. Also, I know why they changed the title to Infinity War, because it's just a catchier title. But, okay, quick little funny story about that. I work in a comic book store, and people, whenever they hear about this movie or they see promotional material for it or whatever, they always come into my store and they're asking, "Can I get Infinity War?" And I'm like, "No, you want Infinity Gauntlet. Infinity War is the sequel to Infinity Gauntlet, and the Infinity War book sucks. So just read Infinity Gauntlet instead, because that's the one that you want to read, because that's the book that is the main inspiration for this movie." Also, I love how they brought back the theme song from the first Avengers. I mean, I know they did for Age of Ultron, but Age of Ultron, Danny Elfman changed it a little bit. And I like what he did with Age of Ultron within the context of that material, but the Alan Silvestri theme for the first Avengers is iconic, in my opinion. I'm glad they brought it back.
I'm Peter about it.
Okay, so here's what I want to talk about. So, look at the suit. Now, ignoring the really awful CGI, as I pointed out on Twitter, this Spider-Man suit is a hybrid of the Ben Reilly costume, the Iron Spider from the comics, and the Spider-Man armor from the comics. And this just looks really cool. I say that now. When I first saw it, I thought it looked awful, but it's really starting to grow on me. I say that a lot with Spider-Man redesigns. I always say, like, right off the bat, it's awful, but then after a few months of looking at it, it starts to grow on me. I did the same exact thing for the Spider-Man PS4 costume, but yeah, no, I just have a weird thing with Spider-Man costumes where I reject redesigns outright until I get used to it after a few months, and then I start to come around on it. But yeah, this is a hybrid of a number of different Spider-Man costumes. Those three in particular, the Ben Reilly Spider-Man suit, the Iron Spider from the Civil War era, and the Spider armor from the 90s. So yeah, that's really cool. And this is Peter meeting Doctor Strange, and I love that because Peter and Doctor Strange aren't buddies in the comics, but they have a lot of interactions. And my favorite of all time is that 3-issue, I guess mini. Well, not mini. It's more. It's in continuity, but it's a 3-issue arc where Peter gets trapped in space time because Dormammu comes through, the portals of the Mindless Ones, and it's a really touching ending. It's a really great story. It's written by J. Michael Straczynski, drawn by John Romita Jr. back when he still cared about drawing, and yeah, man, I love seeing Peter Parker and Doctor Strange interact, and I'm glad we're gonna finally see that in the movies.
Boy.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. Then I am Spider-Man.
And I absolutely love that because that is such a Peter Parker line from the comics. Peter Parker with that foot and mouth syndrome. I love it. Again, the Russos understanding this material because they're just, oh man, I'm really excited for this movie. And again, I don't want to dog on Homecoming too hard, but Spider-Man swinging like that looked a million times better than anything in the Spider-Man Homecoming. Yep. But yeah, guys, this movie looks amazing. I am excited. I cannot wait. We got, 5 more weeks to go? Yeah? Wait. Whatever. I suck at math. But yeah, about 4 or 5 weeks to go. I'm excited. I am down. But let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts on this trailer was. Also, did I miss anything in terms of, catching Easter eggs at all? Yeah, just let me know down below in the comment section. Also, actually, no, there's no also. That's about it. Yeah, guys, if you like this video, hit the like button, share, support the channel, and if you want to see more content like this, all you gotta do is subscribe. I am the Mystical Green Beanie. Thank you for watching, and as always, until next time, adios, nachos, adios.
This the kind of beat that go back,